What's the scummiest trick you know? Social psych class might as well be called manipulation 101. Get someone to do a small favor for you, and they will like you more. The favor must be small, so that you are unlikely to be refused. The person will then have to reconcile the fact that they did something for you with the fact that you did nothing in return. Without conscious effort, they will usually come to the conclusion that they did it because they like you. I cannot cite the research because I'm lazy, but it exists. Edit. Laziness overcome. It is the Ben Franklin effect. If you want someone to do something of moderate inconvenience to them, ask them for a big favor first. Refusing this makes them feel as if they owe you a debt, so they are much more likely to comply with a smaller request. I feel dirty now. Open a bank, earn big fees and big bonuses issuing a bunch of mortgages you know can't be paid back. When things start to go bad, threaten Congress with Armageddon and receive a huge bailout. Pay yourself another huge bonus. Finally leave just before the bank goes broke and stick the FTIC/taxpayers with the resulting financial black hole. I bet you $1 I can make your tits move without touching them. Grab said tits. I lose. Hand over the dollar. Walk. Note, I'm not responsible for this, nor would I do it. What I found out while being a server at a fancy country club in California. Member, margarita please. Me, what kind of tequila would you prefer sir? Them, House/Wells is fine. $4.50. But check this out. Member, margarita please. Me, is Patron okay? Most expensive. Member, sure. That's the trick to upselling. Strip club bait and switch. Get a small baggie, fill one corner with any sort of white powder you may have laying around the house. Baby powder, powdered sugar, even flour will work in a pinch. Tie the corner of the baggie into a small knot, so it looks like an 8-ball of cocaine. Go out to the strip club. Every time you pull money out of your pocket in view of one of the girls, make sure she sees it, or drop it, and pick it up really quick. Pretty soon you'll have a gaggle of coke whores hanging around. They'll start dropping hints, wanting to know what you're doing later, etc. etc. Invite them over. When you get home, make a big show of having lost your coke. Have a lot of booze on hand. They'll stay anyway. Walk into a bank and ask the teller you're going to receive a lot of money in the near future and that you may like to open up a 20,000 CD or something involving a lot of money. Then teller will then, by policy, be forced to get a personal banker to deal with a high priority customer. When you're labeled high priority, they waive a ton of shit and treat you like royalty for a while. For example, my friend had over $400 of a bunch of overdraft fees he couldn't pay. I walked in the bank and asked the teller I'd like financial advice on $50,000 my grandpa is going to leave me. She directed me to a personal banker. I got to talking to her for a while about a bunch of financial mumbo jumbo, letting her think she was convincing me. I then brought up the fact that my friend's personal experiences with the bank has made me question their reputation, in spite of the fact that others recommended me here. We called up my friend, cleared his fees, and I never walked in that bank again. Going through the drive-thru in fast food restaurants, they don't put cups of water through the register. Basically ask for one. They're free. Go to the pay window next and tell them you just asked for water. When you get to the last window, where you get the food, most of the time you'll get the order for the person behind you which they've paid for. Lack of communication FTW. Get several flimsy paper or foam cups, superglue them to your co-worker's desk, and fill them to the brim with water. If they don't realize the cups are stuck to the table, they will just try to pick one up normally, and water will go everywhere. Then they will either try to sponge the water out of the old ones, which will make just as much mess, or just strip them all out. Another good one with cups and water: set up like 100 cups on a roommate's floor, and only fill up 3 or 4 in the middle with water. They will kick their way through first few, then kick water everywhere. If you're on the road and don't want to pay out for a hotel, I know that Walmart has a UN official policy that they won't kick you out of their parking lot unless you've been squatting for something like 24 hours. They kicked some homeless kid out of their lot a few years ago and got slammed all over the news when he turned up dead. Call Dell with an old PC on hand. Tell them it caught fire, smoked, or even shocked you. They will buy you off. At the very least, they will send a brand new $5,000 system. My buddy got a home server, a system, a desk, and free software. Over 10k worth of stuff. Not that I'm advocating this. As an ex-employee, I'm extremely loyal to Dell. Ground up Alka-Seltzer will cause a false positive for cocaine on many quickie tests done by cops at the scene of a bust. Grind some up while wearing gloves. Place in a drug-type plastic bag. Also while wearing gloves. Plant in someone's car and then drop a dime on them. Mean, nasty, and can result in incarceration of the individual you are setting up. For a less mean trick, take a plastic Ziploc bag without a slider and place into it 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of dirt, 1/4 cup of water, and a dead fish. Hide in a place it will not be discovered for a couple of weeks. Under a spare tire is great. Really awesome spot is above a suspended ceiling tile. The bag keeps the smell in initially. The dirt, water and sugar provide bacteria and a starter culture media. The fish will rapidly rot and give off gas, which will expand the bag and, eventually, pop it open, releasing the wonderful aroma of 2-week-old rotting fish in the target area. Go to a park and wait for a woman jogging. Leap out and deal her the biggest blow to the back of the head. Take her cash and get the hell out of there. FYI, after reading many of these comments, the things people do are extremely illegal and not really a scummy trick. When I'm playing Settlers of Catan and I have a Monopoly ready to be played, for the sake of example we'll say I'm going to play it on wheat. I first trade out any wheat I have in my hand. Doesn't matter for what, just trying to get some cards. Then play my Monopoly on wheat and get my wheat back and whatever other wheat they had. I'm bad. This would be on the theft side of dirty, but we used to do this all the time in high school. Go to local big box store that has a customer service counter, Egg, Canadian Tire, Walmart, Home Depot. Pick up desired item and walk to the customer service counter. Ask to return this item. They will say not a problem. Can I have your receipt? Reply yes, just let me you know what? I forgot it in my car. 1 second. And leave with the item. Also, just found out kids at my university were picking up textbooks off the shelves and taking them to the used book back counter in the campus bookstore. They would get 40% of the book price back instantly without even purchasing the book. I would most likely give you one whenever, because cigarettes are like pot. If you have it, you share it. Scummiest trick I know? Take any 2 pool balls. Put them so they're at the edge of the corner pockets on one end. The end you break toward, preferably, about to fall in. Have your victim stand at the middle of that end and put his pointer finger on each hand on each of the balls. Place a nickel on the spot where you would normally rack the lead ball. Tell the victim that you will shoot the cue ball at the nickel. The nickel will go one way and the ball will go the other, knocking both balls in their pockets. The breakdown, you shoot at the nickel, dead on, as hard as you can. Choose the force, based on your victim, of course. The nickel makes the cue ball jump off the table and hit the victim in the balls. Not scummy, genius. When my friends and I used to get incredibly stoned and play hockey in underground parking lots at 3 AM, we'd be thirsty and we'd have the munches. Solution, walk into 7-Eleven. Take a double big gulp soft drink cup. Pop a Ben & Jerry's ice cream in the bottom. Fill the rest with Slurpee. You get a B&J ice cream, half-baked brownie FTW, and a pretty big Slurpee for under $2. Perfect for blunted hockey. So let's say you buy a item and it breaks, but you don't have a receipt or it's not covered under warranty. Just go buy the exact same model item and return the old saying it broke, or it was faulty, or you just didn't like it. Now you have a receipt, so no hassle. If it's the same model and not something that's checked by serial boxes, that sort of thing, then boom. Brand new item. This just about always works, and I've saved this for situations where I've felt like I have gotten just about no use out of an item. Then the store will normally just send it back to manufacturer dependent upon the item. I knew a guy who had a hole cut in his jeans on the inner leg area. He would pull the old sat on gum trick. What's that? He would get someone's attention by yelling AWW shit I sat in gum and start pulling the skin of his sack out the hole. Usually took a while before they realized it was his sack. Bar trick. Take 2 quarters, put one under a beer bottle, and hide the other one in your hand. Tell a friend I will bet you $5 that I can get that quarter out from under the beer without ever touching the bottle. When they accept, take both your hands and move them around the base of the bottle mysteriously. Hover over the top for a minute before finally proclaiming, "Bam, you owe me $5," and showing them the quarter in your hand. Without fail, they will get a skeptical look on their face and lift up the beer bottle to check if you are lying, at which point you grab the quarter from under it and tell them, "Now, you owe me $5. If you ask everyone in your metro car if you can have a quarter because your ticket doesn't have enough on it to let you out, you will almost certainly be given $1. If you do this continually, hopping from train to train, you can make more than $20 per hour. Go to the grocery store, pick up whatever case of beer you'd like, tear a small hole in the box, and rotate one of the cans or bottles till you see the barcode on the bottle. Go to self-checkout and scan the code on the bottle. Get a case of beer for around $3. If you are ringing up a charge for a meal where the dickhead owners aren't there, especially in a small establishment, like a cafe, ask will it be cash? If so, don't ring it up, give them the food and pocket the dough. Guess I got tired of them calling me Ricky Ricardo all the time. New staff actually thought my name was Ricky. It isn't. I like to steal first base. Me, can I get a kiss on the cheek? Leans in. Me, quick turn of the head kiss on the lips. Usually leads to laughter, then second base and a quick score. Timing is everything, and you must know your prey. Some girls are onto this, so it doesn't always work. If you ever decide to take an extended road/camping trip, here are a couple. I spent a year out riding a motorcycle. Before you leave, pay $45.00 or whatever your local charges for a IMCA membership and pay the extra few bucks for the away feature. This lets you use the card at any other IMCA. The computers are not hooked up nationally, and you now have free workouts/shower/jacuzzi for as long as you have the card. They do not have an expiration date. Carry a water storage bag, camelback type thing, and stop in at any MCDS for free. Purified water with ice. The water spout is beside one of the drink brands or another. Buy a fish sandy if you're feeling guilty. Camp for free up any power line road that you find. There is usually a service road and people rarely go up them. Quiet and free and comfy after your free IMCA shower earlier on. In a pinch, if you're really tired and your travels have led you to a place and time where you can't find a place to sleep, or it would seem dangerous to do so, go to the local police station. Tell them of your situation. Lots of them will let you sleep in a cell and eat a couple of meals like the inmates. Bonus that you get to leave in the morning. Those are all of my homeless secrets. While playing a 1 vs 1 on a console video game system, preferably a fighting game, pause the game with your controller. When your opponent asks what the problem is, tell him he paused it. As he looks down at his controller to unpause the game, you can easily unpause it, gain the advantage, and finish him. Note, this may lead to extended periods of silence between friends. You know the little candy vending machines, where you put in a quarter, turn the knob, and it drops the quarter and releases some candy? It turns out that, if you superglue the quarter in place, you can just keep spinning the handle and reap the rewards. It's been a while since I did this. There were these sorts of vending machines in an engineering lab I did some work in high school. I can't believe they let us do whatever we wanted in there with all of their supplies, etc. But I remember having some kind of superglue remover which could be used to remove the glued quarter in the end. Take an Ethernet patch cable to a place with a shitty department. Plug one Ethernet jack into the other. If they don't have the guard enabled on their switch, it will create a bridging loop that will take down a small segment of their network if they don't suck too horribly bad, or the whole damn thing if they really suck. Also, this is a bitch to track down if you don't have things set up properly.